Here we have a classic discriminant question because it's giving us a quadratic. We know that anything with the x squared and the x in it, in that format especially, is a quadratic. And we're being told about the number of solutions of the quadratic, which is the discriminant. So when you start a quadratic, you want to get everything on one side, preferably with the x squared being positive. So here we have everything on one side, but the x squared is negative. So maybe an optional step here to multiply everything by -1 to get it in that format. And from here, we have to think, well, what does it mean when they're telling us that the quadratic has one solution? And that's a reference to the idea of the discriminant. The discriminant is the part of the quadratic formula that is under the radical. So this is a little model of the discriminant that we've probably seen from us on other questions, but the discriminant is the part under the radical. And if it's positive, 0, or negative, it influences the number of solutions. So if the discriminant is positive, you'll get 2 solutions because you'd be adding and subtracting. 0, you get 1 solution because you're not adding or taking away anything. It would just be 2/3 there. Or negative, no solutions because the negative discriminant's not allowed. So here, 1 solution means that the b squared minus 4ac, the discriminant, equals 0. And the a here, and here would have been -16, -8, and c. But we flipped it around. So our a is +16, our b is 8, and our c is -c, which is fine. So that would be 8 squared minus 4 times 16 times -c, like that. 64 plus 64c equals 0. 64c equals -64 when you subtract this 64 over, divide by 64, and you get -1, and that's our answer.